Hello, welcome back to PokéBoys Season 5, Leg 4, Episode 5. 4, 5, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, whatever that is.
Something.
We're back. It definitely hasn't been like a month-long break for us. We've definitely
Yeah.
just been recording every other week as
Just
we have
content,
done all
grinding
season.
content out for you guys,
Yeah.
day in and day out.
Right.
But yeah, we're here talking Leg 4. We're getting our 7th and 8th gym badge, and this season's been super fun. But you know, it's coming to an end. We only have one more episode after this, which is kind of
Crazy.
sad.
It flew by.
Yeah.
The cage matches have been fun. We just finished up the cage match for this episode. It was crazy. If you haven't watched it, go over and watch it. We won't spoil anything, but it was crazy. It came down to the wire. So
Yeah,
go check that out.
Really good.
But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Real quick before we get started, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing here to the channel. It really helps us out. Leave a comment, let us know how your journey through Galar has been, what generations you picked, what are some of your favorite Pokemon you've used so far. Yeah, we love hearing from you guys, so leave a comment. And without further ado, I'm going to toss it over to Kumino. He's going to take us through Leg 4 here, so the floor is yours, sir.
Hello, good people. How are you doing today?
Ooh, those sultry
Oh yeah,
tones.
I forgot. Last episode you were
didn't
miming.
even hear from him.
Yeah,
Yes.
Which
horrible wisdom tooth.
yeah,
Ooh, yes.
man. It's always great when a podcast host can't speak. I mean, it's just
Right. Just has to mime everything out. But I am here to deliver leg 4 of our adventure through Galar. Now, before I begin, did anybody do anything before they continued with the adventure?
Yes, I did. So before I started actually doing this, after the last week's battle, the loss, I was like, okay, I need to have some like fairy coverage. I also had my backed up transfers from the previous gyms that I had fought too. So let me get some transfers over. Transfer over Primarina because I wanted a fairy type. Also, Primarina is great. And I also had Incineroar. And I was like, oh, I got to transfer over Incineroar because Incineroar is such a good mod. The Incineroar I had was not like super great. It wasn't the nature I was looking for, and it wasn't the ability I was looking for either. So I was like, okay, I'll just breed for one. So I grabbed the Ditto, put it in the daycare with my Incineroar just to get out a Intimidate and some either speed or attack raising nature. And I found a shiny.
Nice.
After like 12 eggs, I hatched a shiny Litten. So I have a shiny
Nice.
Incineroar. He's not the nature or ability that I want, but I was like, I can't not use shiny Incineroar now.
Right,
He's
you
so
gotta
cool.
use
He's
him.
white and red.
Yeah,
That
he
is
looks
awesome.
awesome, man.
I had never got a
That's-
shiny that quick from doing eggs. So I was like, hey, I got a shiny randomly. That was cool.
nice. Congratulations.
I named him Great because he looks like Tony the Tiger. So I named him Great.
Awesome
That's
nickname
awesome.
right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
But that's probably the most exciting thing that happened before I even dived into this section of the game.
Yeah, for me, since I had not won a cage match, I of course had to find a replacement after last week too. So yeah, my Garbodor named Mike got the axe, so I had to replace it. And I was just looking through the boxes, looking for a mon I haven't used and that may potentially be useful in a future cage match. And I came across Destroya, my Druddigan. We have a Salamence and a Garchomp floating around out there. So I was like, let's get another Dragon type. I mean, I know I already have Appleton, but let's try out Druddigan. So put Druddigan on the team and replace Garbodor. And other than that's all I did. Dad, did you do anything before?
No, I was pretty happy with my team.
Nice. What about you, Kumino?
Well, of course, I was part of the victors. So I went ahead and I grabbed my mulligan out of home, which was a Poplio. And I leveled that thing up. And it got me a Primarina. And yes, it's shiny. And it has liquid voice. was really
Shiny
good.
Primarina is so good though. Those blonde locks.
Yes.
Looked very cool.
Named Diana.
Diana.
Yes.
Like Princess Diana?
Sure.
Sure.
I was just thinking of a diva name, and that was the
Mm.
first thing that popped in.
Hmm.
But that was pretty much all I did before I continued with the adventure.
Mm.
But after that, met up with my bae at the restaurant, and that wanker Hop was there.
Friggin' hot man.
Right.
Always trying to third wheel our dates.
Right.
Did you
I
just
knew
call him
Leon
a
asked me to
wanker?
babysit him, but
He's
now,
keeping
at
it to
this
the
point, he's
theme.
just
We're in
being
the
a hater.
UK, you know. We got to use some local lingo. We got to fit in with the crowd.
Right.
I love it.
But Sonia is still on the hunt for clues about the
Mhm.
darkest day and such. And we notice a tapestry sitting in the back of the restaurant. Hop brings up the fact that we seen Pokemon in the slumbering whale that
Mhm.
might be close to the Pokemon on the tapestry. Well, not on this particular tapestry, because this tapestry is actually showing the grave of the sword and the shield, with the two kings standing in front of it. But we head over to the hot spring, and we have another rival battle with Hop. Did anybody have any difficulties with Hop?
No,
No.
man. Hop needs to retire. He's
One shot his whole team with Skarmory.
Oh
Well,
no.
Hop.
No,
Lemon
Hop,
pepper.
run from lemon pepper.
I feel like, okay, in honor of season 1, just anytime anyone catches a Skarmory, it must be named Lemon Pepper.
I mean, I just recently did a silver playthrough, and I had a Skarmory, and I named him Lemon Pepper on there as well. So there you go, Mike. That one's for you. I didn't want
My
to. It
man.
hurt me to do, but
My
I did it
man.
anyways.
Right, the next Skarmory I get, it's going to be lemon pepper.
I'll do
Jared's
that
got
too.
like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, I'm like, he's okay. I can change him. You know, he's fine.
He's
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, the battle with Hop wasn't a piece of cake. It was a piece of cake.
wasn't even a battle.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
More
at this
the-
point, Hop just need to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild that the tapestry, this like ancient tapestry, was in essentially like a Pokemon Chuck E. Cheese, like this
Right.
pizza joint that's back here.
Yeah, that was the most jarring
Right,
thing
and they
for
was like,
sure.
it's this fourth secret hidden one.
Yeah. And you're like,
Really?
the pizza joint down the street?
Yeah.
Right, and the
That's what
Center
it is?
Scorch is sitting there looking like, are y'all retarded?
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
so wild.
But yeah, after that, went ahead and got ready to head to Spikemuth, which took us on Route 9, where we ran into the guy who gave us the rodent bike in the first place, where Marnie's mom and dad was giving him some trouble yet again. Had to whoop them up, and we got the bike upgrade to cross the water. Did anybody get this upgrade and immediately run back and go places that they wanted to go?
No,
Yep.
I didn't even think of that.
That's the very first thing that I did, especially in the wild area, because there's some like routes you can't get to that are crossed by water. But I like this idea. Super cool. Like to kind of get rid of like the surf alternative and just have the bike be used to cross water. I like it. It's cool. But yeah, I immediately went back and I was like, oh, because I needed stones. I need stones to evolve some of my mon. And I know there's some in that little area up right below the Dragon Town. So I immediately went back over there.
Yeah, same here.
I have a confession to make.
What's up?
A confession to make.
I've
What,
been
don't
able
tell us
to.
Hop beat you.
I've been able to surf this whole time.
What? Again? We
Wait,
told
how?
you guys, here's Jesus when it comes to Pokemon, okay?
How? How are you able to get across water without the bike?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was
No,
like,
but
bro.
in Bushido somehow he had
Bushido,
surf
like
right
right
at the
away,
start
I
of
yeah.
could surf.
He has a hacked cart. That's why.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
FreePokemon.com if you want to get yours as well.
For a small fee.
But yeah, exactly. A small small fee.
Membership
Yeah.
fee.
Yeah, that's free. It's
Right.
free.
But yeah, so like Jared said, went back and got some stones and stuff of that nature, just looking over there at the area. And also did a couple of dens, but nothing special to note. But yeah, headed on up there and got to Spikemuth in the outskirts. Everybody is standing outside of the town complaining that they can't get in because the gates are down. When we see Marnie, who calls over from the side of the building, and we take a little path that's over there on the side, and we have to battle her in order to be able to show a secret passage, which is not really that much secret since we standing right in front of it.
Bro, it's like around the corner. It's a giant like opening in the side of this building.
Huge opening.
Right. If all the people would just go, oh.
Yeah, they just like looked around the corner and like, there it is. That's fine.
But yeah, the battle with Marnie was not difficult. Did anybody have a hard time with Marnie?
No.
See, at this point, we just pretty much smacking everybody we come against.
We're smacking everybody. No problems.
I really like Spikemuth though. Like, I know at first my big gripe with this, I think this is when I stopped playing Shield, like the first time I tried. You know, when you get in, you're just Spikemuth is just a tunnel essentially.
Yeah.
And when you go in, this gym challenge is really. I'm sorry if I'm getting too far ahead of things.
Oh no. Go ahead.
But the gym challenge, you're just walking down or riding your bike down the alley, and like random Team Yell grunts just like jump out of buildings at you.
You get jumped. You're walking down an alley at the wrong time of day.
Yeah. But like it's a really long alley, and everything is closed and empty. And I think at first I was like, this is really stupid. There's nothing here. Like I feel like this is lazy or whatever. But
have you come around to Spikemuth now?
I do. I like it. Like, I just like that they made this whole town inside this tunnel, and it's kind of sad that everything's closed. And like, I still think it's a missed opportunity, but I had a better appreciation for maybe what they were trying to go for this time.
Well, it kind of seems like because it's obviously a lot of Team Yell in there because they're like pushed out of society, that they're their leader, right, we'll get to, is essentially a gym leader still because of their quality of battling and everything. But Team Yell is still kind of like pushed out to the outskirts of society, and they have like their own, and they try to even go against the norm because you can't Dynamax in this gym battle either, which normally in all the gyms we fought, you can Dynamax, but this one you cannot. So just like that as well, just going against the grain.
Very punk rock. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I had a better appreciation for it, but I think they probably could have done more to make it like feel more lively or whatever, but I don't know. Anyways.
I mean, my only gripe and issue, which this happens again in Scarvy because they have another gym leader that raps essentially. There's no voice acting in this game. Like what's his name is singing, and it's just text.
Nothing.
It's just text on the thing, and it's like you can't introduce musical gym leaders and have your game have no voice acting. So that's wild.
Right, because I'm horrible with trying to sing along with him. Just I cannot.
Kumino's reading in the wrong key, like it's not
right.
Reading in the wrong.
You
get
think
one of you guys to
now,
dub over it, and then we'll upload it, and we'll have a dub over version of the gym leader thing.
There we go.
But one of the things that I absolutely love about walking down the street, the alley, is that if you notice the posters that's on the wall that have Chairman Rose on, like they clearly have an issue with Chairman Rose. Now, it's never really touched upon, but it's good to see that, which I was saying, that is this like they're pushed to the outskirts, and I'm guessing that he has something to do with it. Even though it was one poster that was actually just Misty in a bikini. So I'm not sure if she ever came to Galar and had a show or what that was, but clearly Misty has some fans in Galar.
Things in Kanto are rough. She had to open up an OnlyFans.
Started just in Galar though. Exclusive OnlyFans. Although it would be really cool to see like past gym leaders show up. Yeah, this happened in like Sun and Moon in post game, which is cool. But it would have been really cool to have that in like this game. Where like, oh, Misty's here, or something like that. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would have been. It would have been great if she would have showed up.
Yeah.
But she could have said that she was a fan of the gym leader, Pierce, who just so happened to be Marnie's big brother.
Yep.
So Team Yale has essentially locked off the city to make sure that the other gym challengers can't come in, beat Piers, and Marnie is able to be the one to become champion.
Yeah.
But being that Marnie helped us because she respects us so much, she was like, "You go ahead, run my brother Fade first, and then I will be there to beat on him after, since he want to stay in the back of the city and not pay attention to anything that's going on."
Seriously, it's cool that like I like when they try to expand on like lore like this. Like the gym leader is Marnie's big brother. We've been seeing Marnie this whole time. Then now we know why like Team Yell is so like obsessed with Marnie and making her successful. Like this other whole like group and dynamic and everything. Like that's cool. Like I like that.
Yeah, it really lets you feel that they have pride in their city, in which that's why they should you know, it should have more to it. You know, like Mike was saying, like more life. You know, other than just Team Yale and Pierce.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the same problem I have with like what was it, Baloney Town, where it just like didn't feel like it was big enough.
Baloney.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Babylonia, something of that nature. But yeah, the fight with Pierce. Pierce had a Scrafty, a Obstagoon, a Malamar, and a Skuntank. I really did not have an issue with him. My Snorlax Crunchy Munch pretty much beat up his whole team. And yeah, then I told Marnie, now you be careful with him because his butt cheeks should be sore.
Yeah, be gentle because he just got whooped.
Right.
Yeah, same here. I didn't have too much of an issue. His team is pretty good though. He has a pretty stacked team, but I have fighting and bug on my team too, so a lot of the dark types weren't too much of an issue.
Yeah, same. I had enough fighting and bug type moves between, you know, Specs, my Orbeetle, and Fuji has body press. My Appleton Scab, my Obstagoon had brick break. So yeah, it's able to make quick work of Pierce.
I think the Malamar was the biggest like threat. Like Malamar is a problem, especially having Contrary too.
Yeah. Dad, how was your battle with him?
I was not bad between Salamence and Blaziken. It's fairly simple. Although before this, my Metang evolved into Metagross.
Oh, hell yeah. Love Metagross.
Second favorite Pokemon.
I've grown to love him a lot. So
Steel and Psychic is such a cool combination of types.
It really is. He's very cool.
Yeah. And one of the few non-dragon pseudos. Most of them were dragons.
Yeah.
And as Kumino and I were discussing pre-cage match, all the cool shinies, one of the coolest shinies.
Oh yeah, man. That
gold
so silver, so good.
Yeah. Really happy you're using Metagross, Jeff, because that's a cool Pokemon.
He's very cool.
But
yep, that's it for me.
Well, after the Piers battle, we head back up the tunnel and we get informed that there's some stuff going on outside. So we return to Route 9 and Leon is there. Leon tells us that we don't have to worry. We just need to focus on the gym battles. And he has this, and he just takes off and run down the tunnel, not worried about any cars coming or none of that stuff there. He just takes off.
This is what's weird about this game, because I feel like in most Pokemon games, my gripe was that, like, man, why are they making this 10-year-old child handle these world-ending events? But now it's almost the opposite. We're like, I kind of want to be a little involved. Like, they're just pushing me off and like, no, you're just a kid. Just focus on your little gym challenge. That's fine. We'll take care of world-ending stuff. Yeah. I was like, I kind of want to. I want to be part of it. I want to be part of the story. Dang it.
Right. I believe what they did was they heard the community say that, like, it's a kid. Why do they always have to save the world and so on and so forth? Ultimately, to keep us out of it, to say, hey, these gym leaders, the champion, they do stuff, and then we still end up being the one to say the word.
Right.
So
exactly.
But yeah, so we're on our way to Hammerlocke essentially. Did anybody do anything before they make it back to Hammerlocke?
I'm just gonna put this out there now. I didn't catch a single Pokemon this leg.
I did
So
Me neither.
there was not much in
Okay,
between.
I
yeah.
took in some transfers after beating the 7th and 8th gym, but that was the extent of new Pokemon. Other than doing my grinding of hatching eggs to get Incineroar, I didn't catch any new Pokemon this leg.
Okay, yeah, this essentially the same for me. Before we get to Hammerlocke, we're stopped by Hop, who is bragging about Leon saving his life from a Dynamax Galarian.
Berserker.
Yeah, it's a Berserker. It's not Galarian.
Yeah, see,
yeah.
we're missing all the action, man.
Right.
That should've been
Apparently,
us.
they put it on Facebook. You know,
Dang, I had to see it on Facebook. Hop didn't even.
right.
Wow.
They didn't even call. They didn't even
I wonder
call.
how many people were like, "Oh, that's probably a deep fake."
yeah.
Right. They
That's
seen that
the-
little
I can
top
see the
profile. That was
Photoshop
like,
line.
oh, that's baloney.
It's actually a normal size Berserker.
Yeah, it's all about the
Right.
camera angle, guys. Come on,
Yeah.
Right,
everyone
he
knows
added
that.
the red glow filter. Come
Yeah,
on, Hop. We
yeah.
know what you're doing.
We all know better. But okay,
But
Hop.
in Hammerlocke, Hop and Leon, they're with Sonya, in which, of course, my baby, she's happy to see me. Try to figure things out when Professor Magnolia comes up and start explaining that the red light causing Dynamax and the darkest day are tied together somehow. And she wants Sonya to figure it out. She asks Sonya to assist her with Leon and tell Hop to just tell me and Hop to just focus on the gym challenge yet again. And then let's see, next up is Raihan. So we got to go to the vault to meet Raihan after we put on our gym uniform. I do got to say this though, so many people are shook inside the stadium by having to face Raihan.
Yep.
It really makes you feel like, oh, he really is a big threat, in which he is.
Yeah.
But like I like that touch of detail that they added.
Yeah. Well, like the 8th gym leader is supposedly supposed to be like the right before the champion, right? He's the next level from the champion. Although it's complicating Galar because I guess they have like minor leagues and they swap around all the time. So he's just the currently strongest trainer other than Leon. So it's cool to see like the world reacting to that too, being like, oh man, I'm scared, or I just lost against Raihan and everything like that. Like that's cool.
Yeah. But Leon's gym challenge is just simple and straightforward. He wants us to have a double battle against his 3 gym trainers, Sebastian, Carmilla, and Arya. Sebastian had a Sliggoo with a Pelipper to set up the rain. Carmilla had a Tortonator and a Ninetale to set up the sun. And Arya had a Hakamo'o.
Yep.
I always have a problem pronouncing that name. With a bomb of snow, in which I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that was the odd man out. They're like, we need a
right, like Hakamo'o. I'm so sorry for you that you getting snowed on like this. But yeah, pretty much waxed all of them and went on to take on Raihan.
Yeah.
Anybody got any comments before the Raihan battle or about it?
This is probably one of, I mean, less involved as other gym challenges that we've seen, like Nessa's gym and stuff like that. But this is one of my favorites. I like how they introduced a little bit of a more complex battle. You know, Pokemon battles are normally pretty simple, straightforward, but like messing with weather and having teams together that like benefit and bounce with weather. And the same thing with Raihan's team using like Sandstorm and everything like that. It sets up what the gym leader is going to be. And again, like Kumino was saying, like these aren't necessarily difficult matches, but they were harder than some of the normal ones for sure.
Yeah. And it was cool to also like just how the challenge was presented where you're in the vault in the one room and it felt very like intense, you know, like these are my 3, you know, strongest trainers. Like, yeah, it felt very like an initiation almost. Like the other ones felt like just like rigmarole that they were putting us through, but this one felt like we needed to like really earn our battle with him, and so in beating his trainers, kind of like earn his respect in a way. Like, okay, yeah, now I can battle you. Like you beat these three.
Yeah, I love it. Love Raihan's gym. It's cool.
Yeah, and I like that you said that, Mike, because it calls back to earlier when we first met Raihan that he was saying that he doesn't know what Leon sees in us, and
took us for granted,
right? And that he can't wait to see what we can do. So yeah, that was a nice touch. But yeah, the battle with Raihan, man, it was simplistic for me. Like if it's your first time playing, you will have a rough go.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not expecting it. Like, those 3 double battles, like they let you know, oh, I'm finna go into a double battle. But Raihan, his team is well put together.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing that is lacking is like maybe some held items. You know?
Like that would make this really hard, especially like his ace is
Duraludon,
and having like Steel Dragon is such like I think not Dragonite, Dalga is the only other mon that has Steel Dragon as a typing. It's such a good typing, and he Gigantamaxes it too. So it's like that thing is a problem. And if it had any kind of like crazy held item, like that could make this battle really difficult.
Yeah, it really, really could. But I brought in Brave and Diana, and they pretty much waxed the whole battle. Set up Rain with Diana to get rid of the sandstorm. And just pretty much Moonblast and Leaf Blade my way to victory.
Yeah, I also had my my Primarina at this point, and after being the last gym, I used another transfer, which I transferred over Wimbledon, my Dragonite. So I had Wimbledon the Dragonite as well on the squad at this point.
Love the name.
Yeah.
What was Raihan's full team?
The full team was Flygon, Gigalith, Sandaconda, and what's it called?
Duraludon.
Yes, Duraludon.
Yeah, Sandaconda, that thing's thick. Like that thing's a beast.
Look, listen, my first Sandaconda was a G-Max one. I can't even remember how I got it, and I fell in love with it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it was so good. So like I felt bad by playing and not being able to use it.
If only you had the first pick in the draft.
It's okay. It's okay. I will make it up to him in a future playthrough.
My Sandaconda is Nicki Minaj.
There you go.
Right.
Between Fuji, of course, Grass Dragon really helped out.
Great typing for this gym.
Chompers, I believe, has Scald, so I had a backup water move to use as well. And then, of course, Sparkles, my Galarian Rapidash, which I haven't talked about much this season, but fairy typing coming in useful.
Is it pure fairy or is it fairy psychic?
No, it's fairy psychic, but it does have the fairy type. But yeah, the Duraludon, of course, that is an issue because Steel Dragon, that's tough.
Yeah.
Like what even is a weakness? Like, is it just Dragon really? Or I guess I could Google that real quick. Yeah, but what would Duraludon's weakness be?
Dragon would be super effective against it. Resistance is so hard for me. Fire? This Dragon doesn't resist fire, does it?
Dragon does.
Okay, he has.
I want to say fighting.
He has
two
weaknesses.
I remember Dragon Punch doing a heap of damage.
Yeah, fighting and ground are its only weaknesses, which is really strange. I mean, it's not strange, but it's not what you would think about when you're facing another dragon. That Steel type, man, just really throws a wrench.
And they decided to give it an evolution, the next generation, which is insane.
Yeah.
In which, like, Applin, and I understand.
Yeah.
But
Duraludon had a thick base. His space stats were already crazy in the first place.
Right. Like, what was the point? Like, y'all just wanted this thing to be a monster, didn't
Yeah, you just give it Eviolite too, and it's like, great.
Don't worry, they
Charladon,
made it like really stupid looking though, so it's okay.
No, Charladon's a cool bridge.
Right.
A
It's the
bridge
San
Pokemon.
Francisco gate. Like you
Yeah, it's
gotta
the
you gotta
bridge.
appreciate that.
That was
It's
our
a-
hint for Gen 5 remakes that didn't come out.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
that's right. Yet,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yet.
Dad, how was your 8th gym fight?
So it was a little more back and forth than normal.
Right.
I definitely had my bacon out fighting.
Rock out with your bacon out.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what they always say.
So I did note, so Duraludon Dynamaxed, obviously.
Hmm.
I didn't Dynamax anybody, and I still beat him.
Dang.
He's just flexing on them.
I don't even need this. Just
Yeah, what
take
the heck, dude?
the wristband off. Right.
Right? Don't need this crap.
All right, Dad becoming a professional
That's right.
Pokemon trainer now.
Yeah, you gotta change your title.
I gotta go to pro.
Yep.
Or
you jump right to pro.
Yeah, just jump right into it.
Oh man.
But
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Raihan gives us the TM for breaking swing and his gym uniform. Hop shows up and gives Raihan no break.
Yeah, just back
So-
to back. Being a gym leader must be a stressful job.
Now that he's beaten down a little bit, Hop
Right.
might have a chance.
Yeah,
Right.
Make
That's
me
the reason
warm
why
up.
Hop was on him like that. He was like, I gotta beat you right
Yeah.
now.
this is my
on the Iron
opportunity.
But yeah, come out of the stadium. Sonya and Magnolia, they are cheering. Sonya wants to celebrate, but we have to talk things over first. They go over and explain that red light, in fact, is tied to the darkest day, and it still does not understand how it works. But Magnolia says that Sonya has been doing such an awesome job. She now grants her the title of researcher and hands her lab coat. So Sonya is now the professor of the region.
That's really cool. Like I like
Let's
stuff like this
go.
again. More like little world building things. I already
Yeah.
liked Sonya in the first place. Sonya's great, and just like her being the assistant, and like trying to work up and study and do good because she ultimately wants to be like a better researcher and professor. Like
Yeah.
that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I'm excited to see what happens here before the Elite Four.
Hey, you're excited
if
for
we
the
just
story to
go-
start?
Yeah, or if we
Finally getting some story.
right. So yeah, interesting leg
Yeah.
in terms of battles, but not much else in between
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Um,
The last thing I did was I did my last transfer for my gym badges, and I transferred over Sauce the Magneton, which now is a Magnezone. So Sauce the Magnezone is also part of the squad.
yeah, we were wondering during the cage match.
How did you come up with that name?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. It was the same thing with, it's the same thing with Wimbledon. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, go Wimbledon and Sauce. Those are the no scheme here, no naming convention. Just first word that came to my mind.
I like it.
Okay, I understand. I do that a lot
It's because
myself.
he has
I
the
like that.
sauce. He's dripping with the sauce, man. He's here.
He's here to win.
He's here to
Well, something. He's here to do something.
He's here to do something.
Right.
Drip tears.
Yeah.
Listen. He's here to pick up all of the Magnemite chicks. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
exactly. He has that magnet pull too as his ability.
Right.
You
Oh.
See,
know.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. He's the
He
chick
out-
magnet.
He out here,
Oh.
which is the worst ability. I would have much rather had levitate than magnet pull, but I guess I'll take what I can get.
Hey, you can
Okay.
always get an ability patch.
That's true. Or I can just hatch more and then get a shiny Magnezone. That'd be
There you go.
There you go. And then you can get it in 11 eggs.
that would be wild. Don't
Just
tempt me,
each
Joe, no, don't tempt
one
me.
is one less egg to hatch a shiny.
Yeah, that'd be great if it worked that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the end of leg team. Dad, what was your end of leg team?
Oh man. Okay, so I have to get in here real quick and look.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of crabs on my team though.
Yeah, I was like, I also have half your team currently.
So I've got my level 53 Grammy, my Skarmory. My level 52 Wish Cash Fatty.
Nice.
My level 57 Blaziken Kai.
I was like, I could do the post half of your team
Yeah,
since
you
I have
could.
them here.
You could.
Okay, so Mania Metagross level 49, Bacon Salamence level 55, and Bubby the Gardevoir level 51.
That's right. I ended with Drudigan, Destroya the Drudigan level 56, Chompers my Galarian Stunfisk level 56, Fuji my Appleton level 57, Specs my Orbeetle level 57, Galarian Rapidash named Sparkles at 60, and Scab my Obstagoon at 58. Scabzilla still on the squad.
Still in
Represent.
the squad, man. And
Wow.
then that shiny is so good. Like
Yeah.
shiny Obstagoon is just
It looks really cool, yeah.
it does
really
like
does.
it looks like toothpaste, but in the best of ways.
The best of ways.
In the best of ways.
Yeah.
You know what? That's why he got his arms folded because
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
what he does in the commercial. You know, he's like,
Oh,
"Kids,
he should
brush
be the
your teeth,
mascot,
Brush your
yeah.
teeth. Brush your teeth."
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm here for it.
I like it. Jared, what's on your team?
Realizing my levels are kind of under leveled for this section, but we have Dragonite Wimbledon level 56. We have Sauce the Magnezone level 46. We have Great the Shiny Incineroar level 47. We have Tenacious the Scizor level 46. Paddington the Beware level 46, and Oratoria the Primarina at level 52.
All right, Kumino, who'd you end with?
All right, so I had Brave at level 60, the Glade. Diana, the Primarina, at level 60. Hot Wings, the Talonflame, at level 60.
60 across the board.
Gabriel, the Togekiss, at level 60. Palm, the Lucario, level 60. And I didn't put the last member. Who did I send you?
Obamasto?
Yes, there we go. Nora at level 60. I be forgetting
wow.
about Nora. Nora doesn't get a lot of love from me. I'm so sorry, Nora.
Dang,
You're using an Obama Snow?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
How is it?
Actually, this is my first time using one.
You like
I
it?
don't think I've ever used one before
Yeah.
either.
I do, but like it'd be a lot of situations where she just really can't come in to do nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
Ice and Grass, and with Obama Snow special defense, like that's a one match, and Obama Snow is ablaze. Like that's not it's not living anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't even like store his Pokeball too close to Talonflames.
That's why she's kept at the end.
Oh yeah, that's why you tack it on at the end. You know, I see.
There you
That's
go.
smart, that's
Nice.
smart.
Yeah, so we have one episode left, guys. We're wrapping up the rest of the narrative and the Elite Four, the Champion Cup, as they call it here in Galar. So yeah, that will be what we're covering in the season finale next week, or in 2 weeks here. And of course, we have our season finale battle, which maybe our teams look a little different by then. Maybe they don't. I don't
Anything's
know.
possible.
Yeah. Any final words before we wrap up here from you guys?
I don't know. I'm sitting up here thinking like I do have quite a few Pokemon that I could bring over since I did not bring them over after beating the gyms.
Yeah, I was thinking, Jared, while you're talking about that, I haven't transferred since like leg 3, I think.
This leg was my like, oh yeah, let's do all those transfers that I forgot about like this whole game. So I'm caught up on transfers. So this might be the squad. Who knows? I mean, I have some other potential here too. So
yeah. Great. Well, like always, Jared, host of Play Along Podcast, their links are down in the episode description below. Kumino, his Twitch and Twitter, those links are down below too. And of course, Dad and I over at Showboys, go check us out. Subscribe here, follow us on Twitter. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Showboys Podcast. The Ace Trainer PokéBoys tier, $3 a month, get you early access, unedited episodes, maybe some bonus content in the future. Your support's great. Just thank you for watching. And next week's the finale. I got to reveal what season 6 is. And let me just say, the challenge I've been thinking of for the last 2 months, I'm super excited to do.
As soon as he knew he was,
it's gonna be awesome. And I'll let you know what it is next week. So See you then. Goodbye.
Peace.
What's up, guys?
Peace.